Hello, my name is Robin, and this is my case study today. We are talking about a K2 kindergarten student. So I'm going to jump right in, try to make this kind of quick for you guys today. Okay, so my class is a K2 kindergarten class. We're in a bilingual program with two homeroom teachers. So the English teacher, which is me, and the Chinese speaking teacher, which is my co-teacher. And we have a teaching assistant that assists both of us within the class. We have 30 students aged 4 to 5, 17 boys and 13 girls. Our environment consists of a library, a STEAM area, playground, PE area, classroom, track, writing wall, 3 gardens. We also have a yoga studio, which we seldom use, and a swimming pool, which we never use due to the age. Okay, so the student themselves, student A is in a bilingual program. He is 5 years old and diagnosed with severe ADHD. The student receives specialist help outside of the school from a doctor and a therapist to manage their condition. Both students A's parents speak English and Chinese. They are deeply concerned about their child's academic progress and maintain regular communication with the teachers to ensure the best support for their child. So student A's parents, their family are Taiwanese. However, most of their family live in America, causing only student A, his parents, so his mom and his dad, to live in Taiwan. So the reason I'm telling you this is due to student A sometimes will need to be on vacation for long periods of time to visit family. Also, his dad works overseas a lot and therefore is often away from school too. When he is away from school, things do get sent back home, so he doesn't miss on academic achievements. He catches up quite well. It's not the best situation, however, the family are not looking to be staying in Taiwan forever. They just want to have the education for their child in Taiwan at this specific school. So, academic strengths. This student, despite struggling with severe ADHD, he demonstrates a strong academic ability and shows potential in various subjects, indicating intellectual capability that can be nurtured further. So this specific student can read sight words, he can do CVC words, he can read, he can acknowledge things, he can speak, he can do math, he can do art, but in a very contemporary way. And he's good academically. He's good. He's not one of the weaker students within the class. He's one of the top 5, I would say. So this is the main issues that this specific student struggles with: social and emotional challenges. Student A faces significant challenges in social and emotional behavior. They exhibit behaviors such as hitting, fighting, physical touch, all of the students at once. Additionally, student A struggles to maintain stillness both when standing and sitting. They have difficulty with basic tasks such as eating, often spilling food on the floor. Moreover, when experiencing anger or frustration, student A resorts to physically hurting themselves and others around them. So the main issues when we're in the class and we are learning, and even when we're doing like activities within the class, such as learning centers, the student does participate quite well, as long as the activities are engaging, tactile, as long as there's not really use of a pencil. Use of a pencil seems to be one of the things that he does struggle with. Then he seems to like kind of thrive in that experience. However, when we change the environment, such as going to the bathroom, going to the playground, which we have to do these things, they have to go to the playground, they have to go to the bathroom, they have to use them extra areas within the school. Any of them other areas are a no-go area for him. He cannot deal with the change of environment. That is one of the biggest things that he cannot deal with. Even though we go to the bathroom probably 10 times a day, even that is not organized enough for him. It's not routine enough. And that's one of the things, that's when he starts to hit out and starts to really express anxiety. So this student is often not at school due to travel and family. And also last week, for example, this specific student, one thing changed. Normally he gets the school bus to school and out of school, and the school bus normally leaves later and arrives earlier than the other students. But last week his parents picked him up, and that meant that he left school earlier and he arrived later. And normally for a child, that would be absolutely fine. For this specific student, that one thing set him completely wild for the whole week. He could not control his emotions. We had lots of emotional outbursts, uncontrollable crying, not breathing. He would just stop breathing and hold his breath, which was a situation that we had to deal with a few times last week. So these things were emotionally challenging for him. The academic strengths we've already been through. Let's have a look. Social dynamic. So while student A manages to find people to play with and interact with, they struggle to establish meaningful relationships. Other students do not actively seek out student A's company, likely due to the disruptive behavior. This isolation could exacerbate their emotional struggles and further impact their social development. So this is a massive cycle that this student goes through. Nearly every 10 to 15 minutes of the day, he will try to play with someone. He likes to play through fighting. They feel hurt, they don't like it, then he feels even more upset, so then he will try to fight everybody within the class. Yeah, this is how he plays, and this is how he also loses friends. This is something, his social dynamic. He seems to also have this problem with the other co-teacher, the homeroom teacher within my class. I do feel that she has kind of lost hope on him and just doesn't want to deal with trying to get him to participate within the class anymore. She tries to put him towards the back and ignore his behavior. And so I do feel this doesn't help. It's not just for students. He gets this treatment from teachers as well, and including the teaching assistant. She really does not pay any attention towards this specific student. But her main job is to make sure that they've eaten and that they have their medication. So she doesn't really have to communicate with him, but I notice she just often doesn't either. Okay, I'll try to move this on quickly. Okay, so the questions that I have is, this specific student, even though more than likely they will eventually move to America and have a happy life within America, their whole education is going to be within this school. There is no way that this student is going to be able to move to a different facility, different learning environment. They will stay within the school and be will just stay with us in the school until they go to an American college. And the reason for this is the parents believe that our school is an international school, and they believe this is the only school that is going to set up the student for success. This is the school that the whole family have been to, and they've all then made this transition to America. So this is something that is not going to happen. He's not going to change his environment. So we have to change how he adapts to the environment, or change the things that are in the school to help him. So the next thing, how can we help student A control his physical body? So I know his emotional outbursts. Maybe you could say, let's control the emotions first and then the physical body. However, his physical body is hitting other students, and therefore he's not getting any friendship. So he's not able to then control his emotional outbursts because he doesn't have a circle of people to confide in. So I think maybe trying to help him control his physical body might help first. And how to help student A with motivation. So he does have 4 or 5-year-old a bad attitude towards learning, but I don't think it's an intentional, oh, I don't want to learn because everything sucks here. It's, I don't want to do this because I just can't mentally and physically cope with it. So I would like to find out some suggestions for that. Sorry if this has been a little bit long, but I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to all of your answers. Thank you so much. Goodbye.